What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fudge Muppet. My name is Michael, and today I'm bringing you the latest build on the channel, and it is called the Marauder. It's a pretty interesting build, and we created it by thinking of contrast. What two things could we mash together that were opposites but worked really well? So here we have it, a high elf female who would look sophisticated normally, covered in barbaric armor, war paint, and weaponry. Hopefully you guys enjoy the build, and as always, if you love Skyrim content and Skyrim builds, be sure to subscribe and join in. The backstory for the Marauder goes like this. Although a Marauder, the character of this build wasn't always so ferocious and grew up as a traveller in Cyrodiil. Travelling just north of Lake Rumar, far out of the Imperial City, the High Elf was spotted by a group of bandits. Their leader, an orc warlord, predicted that Outmagor would have a rich family, and so he ordered his men to kidnap her. She was held captive within the raiders' fort in the Colovian Highlands and developed a sort of Stockholm syndrome. She felt attached to the orc warlord in an almost romantic way. After forced physical interactions, the warlord too became more sensitive and decided he would make her his high elf trophy. The Marauder became a sort of bandit queen. As the life of the Marauder went on, she became molded by the barbaric sights she had witnessed and grew more aggressive as a person. The Orc Warlord decided to let her take part in the raids to satiate her new raging desires, and the Marauder was able to harness new combat abilities, a love for plunder, and a passion for stabbing, crushing, and mayhem. After many seasons passed, the Marauder's life took a new turn when the Guardsmen of Chorrol attacked the bandit fortress, killing the Orc Warlord and sending the Marauder fleeing with only a few other men. Working their way up to Bruma through a period of harsh and low times, the bandits made forceful advances upon the Marauder, and in her desperation to escape, she was forced to ruthlessly kill them all. She made her way up to the border of Skyrim, and if things couldn't get any worse, she was captured there and seized at the teeth with anger and frustration regarding the immense transformation of her old lifestyle and her current predicament. Upon escaping, the High Elf will obtain orcish armor in attempt to hang on to the bonds of her past lover, and with no thoughts to live a normal life, she will continue on with her fierce ways. The skills for the Marauder are one-handed block, heavy armor, and smithing. One-handed will be used to smash skulls with your mace, which will be the mace of Molag Bal, and heavy armor will be used to boost your armor rating, and as we mentioned, it will be orcish armor. Smithing will be used to make the armor and improve it, and also improve your mace. Finally, block, which is actually the main skill of the character, will be used to charge, bash, and toss your enemies. The shield being used is Detage of the Blooded and will cause bleeding damage from its spikes. To find the perks needed, check out the description for the link, which should be right next to the links to our social media pages. #have a browse. The playstyle for the Marauder is heavily rooted in her shield. Just like she would charge during a raid in her Cyrodiilic underbelly life, the Marauder rushes into battle with her shield raised, knocking as many enemies over, off cliffs or into walls as she can. Proceed to use your mace to smash your fallen foes, and if there is still any standing, raise your shield to block their attacks, bash them backwards multiple times to inflict bleeding damage, and make them stumble before they find your mace hammering down on their collarbone. Choose the Lordstone to further buffer your armor rating and allocate a stat spread of half health and half stamina. It's pretty simple. Stamina is going to be for your shield charging and bashing and blocking, and health of course to keep you alive. And that sums up this week's build, the Marauder. Thanks for watching and thumbing up this video, and remember to share, subscribe, and scratch and sniff. My name is Michael, the perk link is in the description. Check out our social media pages, and I'll see you next time.